older daughter said to me when she was, I think, in kindergarten or first grade, she said, third grade is really, really hard. And I said to her, well, it probably looks hard to you from where you're sitting, but you're missing all that information that comes in between. When you get there, it will just seem like the natural next step. And she said, well, I don't believe you. So I said, well, I'll ask you when you get there. So when she got to third grade, I said to her, so is third grade really, really hard? And she said, what are you talking about, Mom? Of course not. And I think that for somebody who's in high school thinking about college, it's that same feeling of like, it's this huge, huge step. But in fact, it's the next step. And we try very hard to make it feel like the next step. We have orientations over the summer. We have a course called UNV 101, University 101. That's an orientation course. It's led by either an advisor or a faculty member who really understands PACE and who and understands Dyson and can really help the students get adjusted. There really is a lot of input and support for somebody making the transition. And now we have a lot of dormitory space, so for many students, it's a nice transition from living at home to living completely on your own, that you go through the dormitory experience. And our freshmen are all together in the same dorm, so there's a lot of camaraderie over being in the same situation and a lot of touch points, a lot of learning from each other. We usually do a lot of activities the first month or so, group activities on campus, group activities that take people off campus, volunteer opportunities. So a lot of different ways to try to build community and to really enhance for students a sense of belonging here, and that the transition is not, you're out there on your own, nobody knows, nobody cares. It's like, you're moving to the next logical stage of your life, and there are a lot of people there to help you. On the academic side, we also are very helpful. We have career advisors that are academic advisors, that are counselors if you feel homesick or you feel you have problems you want to talk to somebody about. So a lot of support is given that is both narrowly academic, but also much more broad about where are you heading and what are you trying to do. And finally, there really is no mistake that can't be fixed. You can't choose a wrong major and then be stuck. You can always come and get some other alternative. Very often, many of the courses that students take, they count for multiple majors in different ways. The electives for one major may be the required courses of another, but there's rarely a loss where you change your mind about what you want to do that's so extensive that it adds an entire year to your studies, although that can happen. But even that, you're still having a learning experience that is moving you towards a lifelong career. So none of these situations is large relative to the whole rest of your life and what you're going to do with your career, which I know is hard to believe, because when people told me that when I was young, I didn't believe it either. But now that I'm older, I realize that it is true.